Check, microphone is go, game sound is there, and everything else is working. Hello everyone, good evening, welcome along to our Wednesday night stream. And I thought this release today, Ashton Corners by MRG Mapping, was released. It's a beta version, so it's still in testing. There is a lot of traffic going around behind us, as you can see just in the corner of the screen. It seems to be all in a big queue. I don't know what that's about, but yeah. It is what it is. You get noisy traffic going along in the background. But yeah, I thought let's check it out. Let's have a look at this. Obviously a game map from FS22. We didn't really play on it in 22 too much. I think we might have had it on a server for a while and did a couple of streams off it. And FSG and I did a joint stream actually on it when it was first, or pre-release I think it was. We had a look around it and did a few things. But I thought we'd jump in here and see what is what for FS25. I've always been a fan of what MRG does. I know he's a bit, what would you say, polarizing in the community. That's just his personality and everything like that, but his attention to detail is pretty impressive. And I'm going to show you this. This is so at the moment we're in game looking down the road. This is Ashton Corners. This is probably the main farm, but there it is on Street View. It is incredible how accurate he is in the way the sheds are done, the position of the harvest stores, everything is done on that map. Yeah, the gradient on the road's a little bit different, but I always think it's impressive when you start looking around and seeing what it's like. Like if we, where are we? We turn around and have a look the other way, and we'll do the same in game. You know, there you go. It's really impressive what he does in terms of creating a realistic feel for a map, and that's something I've always enjoyed. Right from, I think Marksville in FS19 was one of the ones that he first did it on, and I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty impressive. So yeah, this is where we are now. We're going to just go like this. We'll go and have a little bit of a look around, but first of all, let's do a roll call and an introduction. And hello to everyone. Welcome along, Ollie. Good to see you here this evening, mate. Edzy, hello, and Sindri. Good evening to you, my friend. Welcome along, Alan. G'day, buddy. Chinook, how you doing? I laughed when they named that cyclone Tam. You know, we've obviously got Tam here in the community as well. Just made me have a bit of a chuckle because often you sort of do, but Tam's a bit of a weird one to actually know someone who's called Tam. Is even funnier. But yeah, I hope things are all right up north. It sounds like it's pretty wild and wet and windy. We've had the wind here today, but certainly no rain yet. And hopefully, fingers crossed, not too much. A little bit of rain would be nice, but not too much. Okay, Woodchuck, how you doing? Good to see you. Brock, welcome along as well. Aussie Dan's here. Good evening to you, my friend. Welcome. So yeah, we'll just take a real quick look around. If you're familiar with the map from 22, it's the same map, right? Everything is much the same in the layouts. I think there's probably some changes to how things work. I know MRG was always been really big on trying to get a whole lot of functionality into maps, and that might at times be his downfall, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, because those features never actually make it into the game or never work quite right. So it's nice to just sort of see a map that's kind of focusing on some of the core gameplay elements. Small little farm up here, which is kind of cool. I've got a couple of favourites on here. Obviously, the main farm's kind of cool. I like this little pig farm. It's mainly pigs in here. It's got a cattle barn. I'm pretty sure there's pigs in that one. No, maybe it's just cattle. Anyhow, I was trying to go from memory. I thought this was a pig one to start with, but yeah, I quite like that farm there. Down the road, got a couple of sell points, one on either side, just in there, and just some nice fields, some nicely shaped, unique fields. We've got some of that sort of terraced farming going on here. There's a couple of those over the other side as well, which we're going to take a look at. Actually, we're going to go and harvest a couple of those. I think that's the plan. Just a really small little farmyard if you're just a small holding and you want to get into it. Single grain bin, a couple of sheds, no animals on that one, so it could be good just to sort of start farming on these hillsides and getting into it. Animal dealer, and there's a whole lot of commodity stuff I think you can buy up here with the silos. You can get in here and buy seed and fertilizer and things like that in there, and then obviously livestock over the other side. Again, that's a FS22 livestock. Larson's livestock was FS22, so it's nice to see that having been converted. What else we got? It's another cattle farm, dairy farm down this end. Not bad, don't mind that one, but certainly not my favourite, but I'm a little bit picky when it comes to that. Get on over this way. G'day, Mark, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. This is on real life. This is kind of like he's got it as a little bit of a town, but it looks like a trailer park type setting in real life. So, and this is probably my other favourite farm. This is pretty much built out by Legacy Ag. A lot of his models, sheds, buildings that he created specifically for this map, which then came as placeables. So you've got his workshop and store there. big shed. I'm pretty sure that's got a hay barn on top, or hay loft. Then a couple of other sheds over there as well. It's kind of cool. I like that one. That's the dairy parlour, milk shed, cow shed, whatever you want to call it. That one's kind of cool too. And then one of the other cool little features, I think. Oh, don't have a look at the shop. Here's the main store. We'll have a look at that in a sec actually, because it's got all our equipment, and we're going to drive it up the road. I love this though. This is a little cattle underpass, and I haven't looked to see if it's the same on this version, but in 22 the cows actually walked through and under here, which is kind of cool. So under the road, and then you're on the other side into the main farm area for this one. This one's kind of cool too. They're actually all quite unique, interesting looking farms. And yeah, that's a very quick lap of Ashton Corners, flying around and having a look. So we'll dive into it in a bit more detail as we go, but the plan is we're just going to jump up in here. I've got a combine, we've got a corn header, a grain header. I'll harvest a few soybeans, a little bit of corn. We don't have seasons turned on at the moment. There's a few little sort of custom settings. We might get in and do that field of corn there, but I also want to, because this is the first time. He's got alfalfa on the map, so we've got a field of alfalfa here. I think it's ready to harvest, so we might come in and mow that and see if we can make some alfalfa bales as well. So yeah, that's Ashton Corners in a nutshell, really, really quickly. As I was saying, this is the main shop, and we've got our equipment set up here. So just got a truck, we've got a mower, like I said, a couple of grain heads sitting there, or grain head and a corn head. Got a org wagon there as well on the back of the Alice. So let's head on over. We've got this set up for corn. I'll take the grain cart over first. I don't know if any settings are set up for running AI workers or anything like that. So use that at your peril. We'll try that at your peril. Don't know how well it is. Set up the splines and things. We'll get on out down here. This thing is massive. Look at the size of the wheels on the back of this. Take up 3/4 of the lane, or 2 lanes. Massive. I thought the tractor was big enough with the jewels on it, but you put those dual wheels on the back of the grain cart, it's even bigger. Nice to see Mark. Welcome along. G'day SB Farmer, how you doing? Hey Amy, good to have you here. Welcome along. Nice big fields. There are some good sized fields. It's a good mix of field sizes actually. That's my take on it. A bit of variety around there. Hey Big Diesel, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, nice to see some of these maps starting to take shape. Starting to see some more maps being released. Obviously a whole lot of mods coming out. A little bit of an update on my mods while we're talking about it. Still no closer to testing as far as I can tell for the bulk bunkers. It will be, and I kind of don't want it to be tested now. It'll be 2 months tomorrow since I submitted it, which is crazy. Frustrating, crazy, whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. But I decided instead of waiting for the pole shed pack, waiting for that to be tested and released, I submitted the pole shed pack last night, so that's off, and hopefully going to start testing soon. We'll wait and see. Alright, I like these silage bunkers actually, the fact that you could potentially, if you were tipping it off here, if you had trucks or trailers that tipped, you could actually back in and tip in. Oh, there's no collision on the edge of that. Look at that. Here we go. Bug noticed, bug reported. But yeah, kind of cool being able to back in and tip off there, and then you can have your pit tractor or loader or whatever it is that's stacking the pit down in here working from this side, so kind of carry on working without any interruption. Kind of good. It should be interesting. That'll work really well for just thinking about auto drive, being able to have your trailers dumping in here, or sorry, trailers dumping from up the top and your pit tractor in here. Interesting to think about. Right, let's grab the combine. And we'll head over, because I've only got a little bit of soybeans. We'll do the soybeans first, and then we'll come back and do the corn later, because I'm going to do a little bit more corn, I think. This is the plan. Pick this combine just for you, Chinook. Thought it would, I know how much you love the case combines, so I thought let's put it on here, and we'll wear our case hat and drive a whole lot of red equipment tonight. Took your time-saving logistics just over 2 months to get to testing, is that right? Yeah, it's pretty nuts, and they're still reporting 18 days, so I wanted to put that to the test. The last update was 18 days, so I uploaded the whole shed. So yes, we're at Easter this weekend. few holidays coming up, so no doubt we'll see those times all stretch out again. Anyhow, it is what it is. Haha, I thought you'd like that, Ollie. Thought you'd like that. I had an issue when the test runner was telling me I had an issue, but it wouldn't put it on console, which took me a few goes to figure out, but we got there. Got it sorted out. Hey, Joran, how you doing? Good morning to you, welcome. I know you don't actually hate me, Chinook. If I was in Masterton Nismo, I'd tell you, but I'm in Palmerston North, mate. Manawa 2, at the wrong side of the hill. Right, so let's pull this in here as well. Like I said, we're going to do corn second. And we're going to do that little strip just there, and then we're also going to dive on into the other bit, but let's just drop that heater trailer off there. And we'll get set up to bring the other one down. Here we go. The length. That's just grass. Look at the size of this grass. This is the this was a custom grass texture for 22 as well. Looks like he's converted or brought it across, which is kind of nice. I did like this one. Actually looks like proper good tall long grass. And it's ready. Right. There we go. Evening Bender, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome along, Loyal. Nice to see you as well, mate. Good to have you here. Got an eye infection, the 1 day flu. Other than that, all is peachy. Yeah, I'm doing alright, mate. Doing alright. School holidays here in New Zealand at the moment, so haven't had to do too much so far, which is fortunate. But Mrs. Argsy's done the brunt of the lifting, and we put our beacon on the back, and the boys were in a football program for a couple of days. So yesterday and Monday they did a training camp for football, so hasn't been too bad. You were over in Marston, it was cloudy and cold. Much the same as everywhere. It's got really cold today. That wind's been vicious. I had a little whoopsie a week and a half ago with our ride-on lawnmower and flung a stone and smashed one of our big windows in our sliding doors, and unfortunately they were double glazed, so it only smashed the outside pane, not the inside pane. But I put some tape over it when it first happened, and it's been fine. It's just been sitting there, but obviously the wind pressure today just sucked the smashed window out and pulled a whole lot of the glass, and it all just crumbled onto the deck outside. Not a pretty sight. So when I got home tonight, where the tape was still holding glass in place, which was good. It meant it did its job. But the rest of the glass had all fallen out, so I had to tidy that up and pick up as much as I can. Right, get this hooked up. Had to temper the red equipment with a little bit of green in there. Okay. Up in here, got a cab view. It lifted up really fast, didn't it? Pull this down and out of the way. Mark it down here beside the shed. OPS, is this a 4x map? No, this is just a standard 2 km by 2 km map. Anyhow, how you doing, Dazed? Good to see you, mate. Welcome in. Right, I'm just going to change my field of view. We're going to do in cab to 70. Is that what it is? Ready? Okay. Not minus 70, I want it on 70. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we'll set higher anyhow. I'll leave that there. So we'll go in here. We've got, like I said, we've got soybeans. So hopefully now Here we go. I finally put a keybind on for unfolding equipment. So everything should be unfolding behind us. Flashing lights sticking through the roof. Should. Oops, don't fold it again. Unfold it. Maybe we can turn that on. Roll that down and we'll see about chopping through some soybeans. So one of the features on this map, I'm pretty sure it's got corn straw, but just before we go any further, does it do soy straw? This is the other thing I thought we'd try and do is bale some. There we go. So soy straw there as well. So all going to plan, be able to run through and bale that. So got both corn stalks and soy. What you can use it for, I don't know, but it's another commodity. But what it should mean, autosave turned on, is as we learned the other day, when you spread your crops, you get a mulch state on it. So where we did the little bit at the start there, it's showing up as mulched, and where we're not spreading it, it doesn't show up as mulched. Yeah, it's I ordered it today, Dazed. I was waiting for the insurance company to confirm unsettlement on it, so that's all done. So we've got insurance for it, and I ordered the window today, and they reckon it'll be the 28th. So obviously Easter. They were going to order the glass today, but it gets delivered next week. The window then gets made and turns up. But yeah, of course we've got double glazing, but we've also got a green tint in our glass. Cheers everyone, we're enjoying another Pocono whiskey tonight. Old Kiwis representing. So I've always liked these fields where you've got the sort of terraced crops. It felt like they were smaller than they are, but running along here with this little, I think it's a 25-foot header we've got on this, it actually feels like they're quite big and quite long. So we might not do that other bit of corn. We'll see. We'll see how we go, because I really want to try out the alfalfa as well. So try a few different things. You don't get the man flu. Better day in Palmy today. How's that right? Always changes at the top of the track. Normally it's the other way around. Here you go. Rolled out of bed and sent the child to school. Is she not on holidays at the moment? Well, I saw him at FSG the other day and his kids are on holiday. Hello Shea, how you doing? Nice to see you, welcome in. G'day Chevy, how you doing? Welcome too. Been playing a map called Argentina on King Mods. Could also be an Aussie map with the barbed wire fences, only missing the gum trees. I'd love to see some gum trees as options for farming simulator. I know that we've had the sort of Aussie style trees in 17, 19 and loosely in 22, but they were never properly converted, so it'd be nice to see someone do a actual FS25 spec Aussie tree. It'd be fantastic. Yeah, what do you have to say? You did say something about an Aussie map, didn't you, Big Diesel? I missed that. Oh, you came for the Aussie map from Hawks, yeah. Don't know what's happened with him with that. I know he's been working on it. Hopefully he's not too far away from getting it released. We're keen to get it on a server, so keep an eye out for that coming soon. Elder, good evening to you, mate. Welcome. Not too bad a time frame. Not too bad. Might help that I'm an architect, I don't know. I rang over and I talked to the guy, actually when I, not when I talked to him, but when he came out and measured it up and he was talking to Mrs. Argsy and he confirmed my email address with her and he's like, oh, is that? And he's like, he knew who I was. That might have helped. Definitely didn't help make the price cheaper though. I saw they reckon the new road's only a few weeks away. Wonder if it'll be a King's birthday weekend, end of May, for an opening. exciting. It'd be good to have that road up and going. Not that I travel over that side of the world too often, but I'm pretty tiresome going over the saddle every time I want to go up to the Hawke's Bay. So fingers crossed. Did I get the pictures of your caterpillars? You sent them through Facebook Messenger. I can't say I have shared, but I might have missed those. Let's see if they're there. I didn't get a notification to say I had any messages on Facebook. Let's see. Oh, I do have one unread chat. It's terrible. Oh, you did. Yeah, I see them. There we go. I do. Thank you. I had missed those this morning. Very cool. Thank you. The track could definitely be the quicker way to Masterton. I don't think I'd go over the new road to get to Masterton, but getting up into the bay, it's definitely going to be faster. She's already had her holidays. This is her first week back after 2 weeks off. Ah, gotcha. Okay, maybe it's high school versus primary school or something, where they have different holidays. Hey Ellen, how you doing? Got a lovely sunny day in Portsmouth. Nice. I always find it. You can guarantee if there's someone from the UK and they've got a sunny day, they're going to come in and tell you about it, because it might be the only time of the year you get the chance to. I knew I'd missed a little bit on the edge of that field. Does anyone else find it hard to, when you're driving in cab like this, to pick up where the edge of the header is? Sort of depth perception goes out a little bit. Welcome along, Alan. Good to see you, mate. If you've got a nice sunny day, what are you doing sitting inside watching some Kiwi stream? Yeah, enjoying it. I just noticed as well, we've got some stubble destruction going on here too. Is that what's happening? Yeah, we do too. Look at that. That's nice. Nice on those textures. I saw Antler 22's released some American row crop soybean textures as well, which are wider spacing rows, which are quite nice. Good on this map. April 27th in the Netherlands, King's birthday, right. Ours is the first weekend of June, traditionally. Day before your wedding anniversary, well, you better not forget that one. Aaron, better not forget that one. Well, welcome along everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful week, wonderful Wednesday, counting down to the long weekend. If you're lucky like me, you've only got one more day of work left tomorrow, and then extended bit of time off. I'm a sucker for punishment though, and I'm coaching a football team on Friday, and the weather's looking possibly decidedly average, so I'm not looking forward to spending part of the day out in cold wind and rain. So fingers crossed it either picks up or someone decides it's not the best idea to have a bunch of kids standing outside on a horrible day, but we'll see. Do I want to show I can share them? Do you want to? It's a bit hard to, it's just on my phone. See if anyone... I have to missed a couple of plants. There you go. I've always been wondering actually, when you're in a situation like this and like I want to pick up these soybeans that are in front of me and my head is going to overlap the swath, how would they normally do that? Do they control the header height so it doesn't touch the swath, so you're just taking the top, you don't cut as low? I was thinking about that the other day when I was driving. I was like, how do you actually avoid putting the swath back through the header? Evening, Bo. How's things, mate? Getting too blown away up in plenty, are you? I don't think it's made it that far down yet, has it? If you go to the bay, you'd probably go to the saddle still. Yeah, fair enough. Will G, do you need the blowers to get chaff up into the stave silos? I don't know, sorry. I have not had a proper chance to play around with it. How those work, so can't help you with that one, sorry. I haven't even got any installed to play around with, so. Got a bit of decorating to do, just having a nice break. Nice. Nice. So, she's got, what are they? Are they painted ladies? Is that what they are? Or are they Red Admiral or something like that? She's got, you can see those. Oh, my screen's gonna take it out. That's her little caterpillars she's got. It might be a, oops. Might be another photo there of them. You can just make out. You have to keep us updated on progress as they grow each year, and when they evolve into their chrysalis, go through their evolutionary processes. I don't know what it's called now. It's a technical term for it. Dropped out for a second. Well, hello again, Bo. Pleasure to have you back twice. Alright, there we go. Soybeans done. Let's go and find. I'll put that header again down the side here. Is it facing the right way to? No, it's not. Okay, let's see if we can back that up into the right spot to get it taken off. And then we'll need to dump the soybeans. Go and figure out if we can put them up in the bin. That's another little learning we're going to do. And go from there. Right. Herein lies the challenge. Again, depth perception is horrible. Now let's go off our shadow there for the header. I reckon might be about us. Don't want to go too much further back or we'll be hitting the header. Oh no, it's way too far. Rocky. Out there. There we go, that looks a bit better. Let's see how close we got this to the right spot. Ah, a little bit off, not too far, right. Next job, open that auger up. Leave that to go, get this out of the way. Get into the grain cart. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off work, then back 4 days work, then back to a long weekend, then back 3 days work, then back Thursday, Fridays. Nice. Woodshop. Yeah, we've got next Friday is Anzac Day here in New Zealand and Australia. Commemorative day for our military service. Don't want that out. What's our cover button on this? You can cover Z. Have you noticed, and other people have noticed this too, cover in different buttons seem to work differently for opening things. There seems to be a bit of variety in game now. Yeah. Let's see, can we find our way up to unload these? Too far away. But I might have had the discharge, manual discharge. G'day Randy, I'll see you there mate, thanks for stopping in and saying hello. Hope you have a good day at work, much appreciated. Tilt the side of the header and hang the other side of the header over the swath. Ah, here we go. Thank you, Dazed. I knew there'd be a logical way to do it that Farm Sim couldn't do. Well, the swath is usually lower than the front height. Gotcha. Okay, that's that done. I'm going to have to go and empty that out. But let's put this header on first. To test to see if we had any crop destruction on the grass. It does not appear so. Right. So let's run along this side now. I'm going to get the corn done. This is going to yield a whole lot higher, isn't it? And oops, don't fold. Too long and lower. Technically, we should be getting some corn stalk out of that. There we go. Dropping that out the back too, and once again we've got that crop destruction. Nice. Not see much ground deformation or anything. Might be just because of what we're doing at the moment. Haven't noticed it yet. Not there yet. Have to drive through it tomorrow night heading back home. Yeah, Taranaki's meant to get quite a bit of it up. Aren't you? So we're out on that promenade, point out on the point there. It's actually interesting. You look at the weather forecast, and it's almost like the way the lower half of New Zealand is shaped. We get sheltered and protected by Taranaki and other areas. Painted ladies. Back on the PC, nice, Amy. See better. Good idea. See you, Dazed. Thanks for stopping in, mate. Good to see you. Catch you around again soon. Have a nice Easter if I don't. After tomorrow, for till Monday week. Ah, nice. Good taking that time off in between. Mrs. Argy's done the same. Right, I'm not filling up too fast. Still faster than the soybeans, I think. Mountain's the cloud catcher. Does a good job. Does a good job. Welcome along, everyone. Joining us here on Ashton Corners. Map released today as a beta version by MRG. Of course, was a map in FS22, so it's been a bit of a conversion process. Great to see MRG getting a map out to the public. And a nice one too. Always fond of this map. Just never spent enough time on it. Lots of options with lots of farms, dairy farms, big styes. Good options. Some bigger fields for arable work if you want to do that. Some small sections like this for arable work if that's your preference. Just a nice little well-rounded map. See how far we can get without having to unload. I was going to try courseplay. Actually, what we could do, we might go down and try that field and see if the AI workers will work in it. Could be a good test. And then I do, one of the other crops that's added onto the map is alfalfa, so I want to go and try and mow some alfalfa and make some alfalfa bales. Just have to figure out what type of alfalfa bales we're going to make. Have a look. Turn off the auto save. Yeah, corn stalks in there, soybean straw, alfalfa bales under that list. So we've got dry alfalfa windrow. There's a field type for dry corn in there too by the looks of things. Don't have, so dry alfalfa, I wonder if I need to tit it to make a dry alfalfa. I knew it was going to be a mile off, of course. Multitasking at its worst. Trying to get some of your map done. Nice. How's progress going? Morning, Dutch Modelling. Welcome along. Good to have you. Hope you're doing well. If you're just joining in, 52 viewers at the moment, 26 likes, only half the likes as there is views, so if you haven't already, excuse me, hit that thumbs up button, very much appreciated. The old YouTube algorithm. I like how good I am. Of course, if you don't want to hit the thumbs up, don't. It's fine as well. I'm not going to make you do something. Right, 54% I reckon we will get down and back because that is not 2 full passes. So let's try this out. We'll do this in one hopper. It stopped as you made a 4x Canadian map for your friend. Okay. Nice work. That's one way to stop. Just casually built a 4x map. How'd you find that process? Good to hear, Dutch. I'm doing good, mate. Doing good. Must be back on a small, what would you call it, small town US map? Must be back on an MRG map too. Didn't really play on any in 22. A bit of a hiatus. I'm looking for a map where I can do something sort of along the same veins of the Chilliwack series I did, so maybe this could be it. I'll keep an eye out for something where we could take on a bit of a challenge, more of a cattle farming operation, some arable work thrown in, so open to suggestions. Got a few things I want to try and do in 25 that never really did as well. So we'll see where the winds of farming take me. We went and took Stella for her first tractor ride on the weekend. Was it on Sunday afternoon? Hopper Argsy was out seeding the maize ground. So we went for a walk down, and I took a couple of little... Well, Mrs. Argsy actually took a couple of videos of her sitting up in the tractor with me, but rode along the buddy seat. She sat on my lap and she was happy as... Didn't flinch a bit, which surprised me actually. I thought being in something different, she might have got a little bit scared, but she seemed to really enjoy it, which is good. Right. Back that up. Do this while we're down here. G'day Michael, how you doing? There you go. Objective achieved. Objective reached. You got to be back playing more farm sim. Nice one. Started on Michigan map last week. Cool. Pretty big map, eh? Interesting. Hard to see the... How do you see that corn swath? Is it actually dropping anything? Yeah, it is. Just hard to spot because it's only a partial width row. Okay. Right. 85% full, so we will get this all into the single hopper. That's good. So I think once we've done this little bit, we might put the combine down in there. I want to see if the AI workers will work. We might send it off down in that field. We'll go and grab the truck as well. I wanted to test out one of the sell points and see if that works. So we'll try and put the soybeans in the bins. Pretty sure there's a unload pit down the edge of the road there that we can use. At least if that's what the triggers and conveyors and everything before. So we'll try that out, and then the truck can go and unload into one of the sell points. See how that works out. Alright, there we go. Last little bits we missed, and done. 89%. So, power that down. We'll leave this just here. Out of that. Alright, let's run this down to the pit. Go around that way. Let's go and see if we can get this to unload. I gotta say, I like this gravel texture. This is a custom one, I don't recognise it from any of the current maps. Quite cool texture. All the animal pens, pastures, whatever you want to call them, barns. There's no pastures, but the animal barns in there. Let's go and have a look, see if we've got a trigger here. Here we go. That's how I unload spot into the silo. You can see that auger arm. It stretches out and goes up this way. Goes down as there and then goes all the way up into that bin. Cool. Slow door needs a bit of a lube up those things. There's a couple of little commodity type bunkers in there. Oh, is that how we overload too? Okay. Why not? Maybe that's something to do with the animal food. No. So that's where we unload. You were asking, someone asked before about these silos, about whether you need blowers. I'm just looking, I can't see anywhere you would put a blower for them. Oh, that one there does. One there doesn't. Maybe they do. Yeah, it looks like they do, because I've got that little trigger just there. In fact, there you go, you can see the tip point, so it does look like you might need a blower. I don't know if there's any. There's definitely none I've got, there's something in there, no, so, okay. Ravage corn stalks. That's a bale loader for the corn stalks. Must be able to use them as feed, maybe. I'm going to show off this little mod. It's the old store. You can go in and see what you own. It's fantastic. Owned items up there. You don't have to go down through this silly list here and try and figure out what it is. So good, so good. Right. Hopefully we'll see that going through testing. I know it had been submitted to Mod Hub, but goodness knows how long it might take. And of course, it is PC only, as is the map. Alan, what are you saying there? You asked how we all are in your community today. How are you this morning and night? I'm doing good. Doing good. I'm looking forward to a few days off work. Busy week next week with catching up on getting on top of work, because the following week I'm going away on school camp with my youngest son. So, and I love school camps. They're just always such a blast. So I'm looking forward to that. Actually go over to the truck this way. And next weekend we're going away up to Topol for a few days with my boy's birthday. It's my oldest boy's birthday on Friday and Mrs. Arksey's birthday on Sunday, so got a handful of birthdays to celebrate, so we're going up there and taking 3 of his mates up, so looking forward to that. It's going to be a busy couple of weeks though, which might affect what I can get done on the channel, but we'll still be around. Don't worry about that. We recorded a video but decided the fields were too big and would be boring with too much time needed. Fair enough, mate. It's the map design, Michael, those maps. So it's a technique used a lot in the States, in hillier country, to control soil erosion. So obviously, like in New Zealand, when we have a crop, 9 times out of 10 you'd seed that cropland afterwards with grass, so it's protected. But the idea with these kind of fields is on the side of a slope you put a row of crops, so when you plant it and all that sort of thing, you've got grass in between, and yeah, it's meant to help control erosion. So you can imagine if that hillside there was completely covered in just a single field, you'd get all sorts of issues. But look, cover, jump out of there, jump up in there. Start the engine up. Just to spout a little bit. There we go. Dumping. There's some areas of the states which it's just literally all of those. Well, that's all it is. It's just this row upon row upon row of terraced farmland. I think where some good examples might be. Usually, just having a look now. You can go to some parts of the states and that's all it is. Someone might be able to suggest somewhere. There you go. This is just not far from Ashton Corners. But that's kind of the thing there, Ashton Corners. Anyone who's interested. There's the actual Ashton Corners when you Google it, but that's the farm. This is where we are here. So this field's actually been done as a single field this time, but I don't know whether you're MRG, but he's taken a little bit of license, as you do as a map maker. But yeah, that's the farm we're in at the moment. So you can see that farm over that way, there's that farm there, that farm there. This is a salvage yard, that's where the animal dealer is. That's that small farmyard that I said would be a good one. This one in here, so it's actually a very, very good representation of Ashton Corners. Going and have a look at the farmyard. It's just cool. There's their silage bunkers. They don't actually come up on Google Earth. It's very cool. Right, what are we doing? Okay, that's empty now. Let's fold that back up. Back ourselves around here. Let's go and see if we can get this working on a worker. See what happens. I'm not going to bother about picking the corn stalks off that one. So this up. There we go. We can see AI worker. 4 headlands. Click on that, down. Okay. I wasn't quite in the right spot apparently. Here we go. Happy days. Now our worker off and underway. So, let's have a look here. We need bring this tractor down because we'll need to unload into that. Keep them moving. But I'm going to go and grab the mower and we'll get some alfalfa mowing, I think. So we'll get that working. Just park there and take that off and leave that there. John Deere. Trailer off there and let's go for it. Is it going to be a mod hub share? No, it won't be a mod hub map. Ooh. Crash counter +1. I will pass on your birthday wishes to them, share. Good one, Alan. Oh, I hope you had some nice quality time with him. How far away is that from where you live? I missed one stalk. Shh. No one needs to know. I mean, it's our secret. It's funny, I was driving past a field that had been chopped for silage the other day, and you could see that, like, I don't know what had happened, but there was a single row of corn that had just been pushed over instead of actually chopped properly. I don't know whether something had happened with the header or not. I don't know. See you, Bo. Enjoy your last day of work. Have a good week or so off, and safe travels home tomorrow. It's hope all's good. Hey Nina, how you doing? Welcome along. Nice to see you. Right, we're gonna indicate our way through here. Cross into the dealer. I have thoroughly enjoyed watching Mr. Seeley P's interactions on your farm. That has just been such a joy. Even seeing how much Mr. and Mrs. Seeley P have enjoyed their time there. It's such a cool thing to do, and I hope I can get the opportunity to, if I get the opportunity in the future to come to the UK, find some time to pop down and have a look as well, because it just looks like he's had such a blast. Such a blast. And how cool is it being able to kind of learn and understand all of these, you know, things you do in a virtual world, and be able to learn them in the flesh, so to speak, in the wool. I'm pleased. That was cool. It's also not neat. It's neat seeing how you guys do things. No, it'd be very, very rare you'd find a sheep farm here in New Zealand where all of the ewes are kept in a shed and have their lambs in a protected, sheltered area. Like in New Zealand, it's just a free-for-all. Obviously, we might have much bigger flocks than you do, but you'll still get those instances where lambs will be orphaned and farmers will hand raise them, but most of it, it's survival of the fittest, which can be a dreadful thing, particularly in Otago when you get a late spring storm or something comes through, and can be quite devastating for them. Alright, let's box our way up in here. So we're going to go mow some alfalfa, and if I'm going off that prop chart that it needs to be dry alfalfa windrow, I'm going to assume we need to ted it. So we'll go through, we'll mow some of it. I don't know if we'll mow it all, but and see what happens. So this spot in here on the other side, this is a big dairy barn. This one's huge. I don't know what its capacity is, but it's just big. So let's go and have a look. Sells the Vermeer baler. So I wonder if this does alfalfa have crop destruction on it? Let's see. No, so it's like a grass as well. And we mowed some grass too. Alright. Let's go around and see what we can do, what damage we can do with this. Oh, see we're getting grass. Yeah, so this is the problem with alfalfa, is you've got to be really careful. See we're getting grass mown in with it when we go just that little bit too close to the edge. So I think there's one way map makers can avoid that, is if they use the grass that doesn't drop a swath, the decorative grass around the edge of the map, edge of alfalfa fields, rather than a meadow grass. Or the farmer just has to be careful and not mow the grass. Might be the easier thing to do. That makes a difference, doesn't it? You've got the room to do it. And the time. Yeah, it's just fascinating always, you know, even to some degree looking at how big dairy farms like, you know, Tom Pemberton and that how their dairy farms operate compared to New Zealand dairy farms, quite different. You know, there's a little bit more indoor feeding going on now than there used to be, but not to the extent that it's done overseas in terms of barn raised and barn kept animals. To that end, I've been enjoying watching Scroff's real life farm hand too, and seeing him get out and experience life on a farm. It's cool, it's inspiring. Makes me want to have more of a conversation with pop an argsy in, see what we can do to get a little bit more hands-on back on the farm. Dinner and work for you, Woodshop. Well, enjoy, mate. Enjoy dinner. Hopefully you enjoy work. 3-hour drive. Nice to get away. And the weather was it's always nice when the weather's good, right? You can enjoy the drive, you can enjoy your time there. Huge difference. Yeah, isn't it funny what, even if we just pick up like a sliver of grass, if I just pick up a sliver through there, look at how much it drops grass versus alfalfa. And that'll be to do probably with the way the mower's modded and how its discharge nodes are on it. In terms of saying, well, if you mow grass, it, you know, it's also mowing the alfalfa. I don't know. No, anyhow, let's not worry about that. The other way you could do that with the field is to put a painted border around it instead of a grass border. Food for thought. The thing is, unless you were doing a predefined field of alfalfa, you'd have no way to know which ones you had to do. I mean, sorry, what I'm trying to say is you'd have to do it to every single field if it was going to be one that could just, if alfalfa could just grow anywhere. See here, probably won't do anything. Yeah, see? This grass is fine because it's short, it's not mowable. So that would be one way around it. You put this short grass the whole way around. Is it? Yeah. Maybe I'm talking real garbage. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. Hey Ben, quick hello from you, busy working. Well, good to hear you are, mate. Someone has to. Economy's not going to prop itself up. Yeah, I followed. Yep, George is another one. I don't really watch too much of this stuff. But yeah, there was another one that Joran put me on to. Is it ND Dairy Farmers or Pete Van something in North Dakota? He's a Dutch guy who farms in North Dakota. It's an interesting one too. So we'll try and get this mowed. Yeah, we'll see. See how far we can get around. We're already an hour through the stream. We might not have time to try it all out. Then yeah, see, this doesn't detect a field, so I couldn't even get AI to do this one. We don't need to do it all anyhow. Do what we need to. Do what we can. The size, this is quite a decent chunky field around here. Not small fields. You're not messing about with some of them. Yoinks. Ooh, drifties. Haha. Been there, done that one, Alan. Yeah. You end up with no alfalfa and a whole lot of grass. Yeah, it's definitely not ideal. Alright, 80% full over in the combine. We'll have to go and empty that out soon. But see, that's trucking along. Still want to go and dump that load into a trigger as well, make sure that works. So many things to explore. It's going to go pretty quick, this field. This is actually quite a sizable mower for a single. I mean, this tractor's only 150 horsepower or something. What it was. I think the mower only needed 120. Downside is I'm not going to be able to use a worker to windrow it, but what we might do, grab a tedder a couple of passes, windrow those, then come down and windrow just some normal and see what the difference is, see if we get a different crop between the two of them. Would be a good way to test things out. It's that combine, let's see where it is compared to the grain cart. Just hiding down in the corner of the field, is it? Huh, can't see it. I wonder if we ever see the Aussie 60 next. No man, it's 22 converted. I think they were working on something like that. I have seen some comments about that. Which would be interesting to see how that would all pan out. Alright, let's just leave that there for a sec. Find our grain cart. This is the thing that puzzles me, is why the combine changes direction and starts going in the opposite way. There's no rhyme nor reason to it. Because now it's going to be parked in on the crop and I'm not going to be able to unload. And of course you have crop destruction on. See, silly. And this is why courseplay can be better than the other options. Guess I had narrow tyres on, so we haven't done a full wholesale. Only the grain cart actually that's wrecked it. The tractor hasn't. I've gone in so far. We've just gone in far enough for the grain cart. Anyhow, we're not out to profiteer in this one. It's just to test things out. There you go, be gone with you. Stay there, we'll carry on here. Hey, get in, Dr. Fish. How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in to everyone who's watching. If you've joined in, jumped in the background, just lurking along and checking out Ashton Corners for the first time, thank you very much for joining the stream. If you're not already subscribed, double check that you've hit that subscribe button, it'd be much appreciated. And of course, if you're enjoying what we're doing tonight and enjoy other content on the channel, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. You'd also be much appreciated. 43 likes so far, which is great. Almost as many likes as there is viewers, which is cool. So I think MRG's plan from sort of what he said is he's got the beta release, which is out. This one, there will be bugs, there will be issues. We've already found one with a collision missing on the bunkers. Could argue too that the grass mowing around the edges of the alfalfa field is a bug, but no, that's a little bit of a stretch. A few more limitations around what you can do with that, but maybe something to consider. You hit it twice, Amy. Don't do that. Don't do that. 3 times. Odd numbers are the best. I haven't even looked. Obviously, we had Alfalfa was in the sell menu. That out again. 3 times the charm. That's it. Cheers, Ollie. We'll catch you later, buddy. See you next time. So we've got these the harvest stores, but I think we need the blower to put those in. But they take alfalfa silage, which is just alfalfa windrow, and convert it into silage. That's good to know. But I was just thinking prices. It's just the dry alfalfa windrow. Sell at the bale sell point. What do I think about Westbridge Hills coming back? Never played on it. Doesn't. Not one I'd ever look at playing on. But it's not. I mean, it's nice. It's good to give people options, right? That's the main thing. People can choose to, and that's the thing. That's what I just don't get about people who go and bitch and moan. I'm going to say bitch and moan. It's after 10 o'clock in New Zealand. I'm allowed to. But people who complain about, you know, oh, I don't like your map, you know, what are you doing that for, or what a waste of time, just don't download it. If you don't want to play it, don't download it. It's like people with the, you know, a mod map that has required mods. They tell you up front, they're not trying to trick you into it. If you don't like it, don't download it. And if you're going to complain about something one way, make sure you're consistent about it. Alright? Complain about something and then go and say something else is brilliant, even though it's exactly the same as what you're complaining about. Scott, how you doing, mate? Kia ora, buddy. Welcome along. This is Wisconsin. I was actually looking at it and showing it off on Google Earth before. In fact, seeing you asked. Like that. Here we go. That's the main farmyard. We're harvesting this field in behind this big barn here at the moment. This field in behind here. But yeah, it's at the street view. And zoom back. Oh, those silage bunkers are there on Google Earth. Just wasn't looking properly. There's Ashton Corners. And nearest big city is Chicago, Milwaukee, over there. So small fact, I was in Racine. That's where the case factory is. Where my hat's from, all the way from Racine. Here somewhere. Where is it? Comes up. These big buildings. Anyhow, that's where we were. I forget which one it is now. No. Can't see it. It's somewhere in there. Ace Tractor Factory. You think I'd have it pinned, didn't you? Remember where it is. Too far away from. Here we are. Anyhow, I digress. It's not really important what we're doing at the moment. Yeah, so that's where it's based anyhow. So, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty accurate how realistic it is. It's very nice. Not been in many streams lately, Amy. Been keeping yourself quiet, keeping hidden. Hey, g'day Kiwi Sim Farmer and the Kiwi Sim Farmer crew. Welcome over, everyone. Pleasure to have you here. FS Consultancy, hello. AI Farmer, welcome. Klaus, to see you, my friend. Rocket Scientist, g'day, g'day, g'day. Hope you are all well and nice to have you here. G'day, Kiwi Sim Farmer. Hope you had a good stream tonight, mate. Enjoying, what were you on? French Darks map, was it that one tonight? I did see where you were. Sea Change series you're doing. Had a good time. Hope it went well. Nice to see your subscriber numbers steadily climbing too. It's good. Progress. Right. Ooh, let's definitely go around that corner. There we go. You're looking forward to a few days off. Easter and yeah. Yeah, it's very cool. And it's like, it was something I was saying earlier, Scott, is MRG's actually got a really good eye for attention to detail when it comes to realism and accuracy to an area. It was one of the things I remember. One of the first maps of his I played on was Marksville, and the series was FSG, and I looked on Street View at Marksville and then looked on the map, and it was just like, I'm there. I'm actually there. It was very cool. Yeah. So it's definitely a trait of MRGs. Cheeky Badger. Is that the same one as? Yeah, it's the same name, isn't it? One time. Ultra Productions, how you doing? You've been watching a long time. Love the content. You've been playing Farm Sim since 2008, 2018. Love this map. Nice one. Oh, thank you for being a part of the channel for a long time. Ultra Productions, very much appreciated. Steady increase is good. It's all we can ask for. We can ask for. Right, I am going to probably not mow too much more of this. We're in test phase. We're in testing, scoping things out and seeing how things work. So I reckon what we might do is just run this back along this edge, leave the mower here, and we're going to go grab a tedder and a windrower and come back and see what we can do. Here goes the queue of traffic. It's the funniest thing with the traffic on here, it all seems to queue up. And you just get this string of cars going in both directions. Fold it up, I didn't actually mean to fold it up, but that'll do. Folding's not a bad thing. Right. Do you know what? For the interests of speed, let's use a little bit of store deliveries and just do it this way instead of driving all the way back down to the shop. We've been there a couple of times. You've already seen it. We don't need to see it again. Right. Where do we want to go? 8.2, 8.9, 17. Let's go for Krona. Just like that. And as I said, we want a windrow. The matching Krona. This is one I haven't actually used. I need to figure it out. So oops, let's have a play around with it and figure it out. Is it swath to one side rather than a centre swath? I think. I feel like that's what I remember happening. Let's see. Right. So what we might do is we'll get this unfolded. I ted down this side, up and back, and then we windrow this side, and then the other side we'll leave untedded. See what difference we get. Right, oops. Unfold it, turn it on, lower it down. Right. Now, my big question is, are we getting a difference? So we are. I can see a difference here between alfalfa and grass. So if you're just joining, you can see there the different textures. So we mowed too close to the edge of the field and picked up a little bit of grass, and this mower decided to throw down a whole half its swath of grass. A bit frustrating. This is what it is. You're building your own map, Ultra. Nice. Asking for any ideas from people what they might like in a map. That's interesting. That's very cool. What do I like in a map? Variety. Detail. Detail is one of the biggest things. So, you know, I've never got on with maps that are just square fields with row after row of the same tree. You know, just taking the time to vary your tree spacings and sizes and rotations. And there's actually some scripts out there where you can rotate trees randomly, and it will just do it for all of them. You just run the script and it will rotate every single tree differently, which is very, very cool. But just something unique, something different, whether it's built on a real location, whether it's a complete fantasy map, like something like Spectacle Island by Alien Jim. That's still a, it's a top map, and it just had so many cool features to it, and a little story you could tell with the gold mines or the gold nuggets. was just all sorts of cool little bits and pieces. The shark that randomly was in the stream. It's just a cool map. So just be unique. You don't have to do something earth-shatteringly different. Keep it simple to start with, make sure it works. That it's functioning. I don't want anything worse than a map that's either releases with bugs and then people don't want to play on it, or has features that don't work and drives people away. Why there 2 alfalfas shown on the crops? Anyone know? I haven't actually noticed that. Time-lapse farmer? Is that on the crop calendar? Who knows? I hadn't noticed that. Probably a bug. Probably a bug. I'd say he's just got it in the XML twice, would be my guess. Ferry you can steer yourself. Again. Is the ferry steerable? I'm just trying to remember now whether the ferry on... It was. Yeah, the ferry on Spectacle Island was steerable. So you could create an auto drive course for it to follow. Remember now. Traffic and people. Yeah, that adds to that sort of lived in feeling, right? Only seen the ones so you can construct that would be a blast, yeah. Taking your time with it so you can put in a lot of detail. It's a good way to do it. And just get out and test things. Figure out what works and what doesn't. Learn from other maps. Download other maps, pull them apart, see how they do things. You've got a shark wall on yours, Amy. Do you play the... Oh, you can't copyright. I was going to say, play the Jaws music when you get close. Funny. And that's a very detailed map, isn't it, Klaus? Oberschwaben by Yogi. No, it's just a little bit of food colouring in that water, Alan. This throws me off every time. The little pink squares for store deliveries. I see it and I was like, what was that? Why is there a pink? Why is there something pink there? Should have one more strip, shouldn't I? I would have been able to go back another time. That's right. This will work. It'll be soon in the USA and Florida. Ooh, nice. So that's something unique, right? You know, somewhere we haven't really seen maps. That we one of the maps for 22, which was by Louisiana Mapping. He did the South Louisiana map. It's again different. Aliens Jim's ferry was drivable anyway. That's right, because I built my own dock for it too. I remember now. Yeah, that was cool. I'll see your shark wall on the map. Go on. Send me a screenshot. Even better, Amy, is if the wall was only there during Shark Week, and like, so whenever that is. Like when Discovery have their Shark Week, is it in May? So every May in the map it just popped up. Kind of cool. See, I just put it in a fancy glass that makes it seem better, Alan. That's all. Nothing else. I'm curious to see whether Alien Jim is going to be back for the Farming Simulator. For some reason I just get this gut feeling that we're not going to see anything from him for FS25. Don't know why. Why? Lots of swamps in Florida, so that would be a challenge. Can you have a rocket that launches off every couple of days? Right. There we go, first lot's headed. No, I don't think there's a map for Farm Sim in Florida at all either. Ultra. The only hard part about doing somewhere like that location is if you're trying to be, I guess, location specific for crops. What would be growing in Florida? What sugar cane is there? I don't know. Oh, the crop calendar. I'm on. I don't have seasons on. Well, I'm running on non-seasons just because I so I could have something to do some harvesting and things like that, which is why it will look different. Right, deposit that there. Right, let's have a look at this one. I'm pretty sure the way it works is it only windrows out to the side that has the big yellow crone thing there on. So it'll go to the, goes out to the right. So it pushes across from the left all the way to the right edge. We are going to end up with one big swath, potentially, which is fine too. But let's see what this grass does. We might have issues with that too. Who knows? Grass in our swath. Or is it leaving the grass behind? No, it's pushing the grass up. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of an issue. I'm surprised that combine's not full again. Peanuts and cotton is the main crop in Florida. See, that would be a point of difference. Now, I know that there's modders and people out there who have made peanut equipment for Farming Simulator, but that's all locked behind Patreon paywalls, and it's to me, it's, I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like it. You should be proud of your work and want to share it with the whole community rather than try to just profiteer off it. But that's my own opinion. But yeah, if you could do something and pull off peanuts, I think that'd be kind of cool. Like, Carl Farms, Carl TG on his map has added the peat equipment onto it. That was kind of cool. Very nice. CCS 101 had a flora map for 22. Ah, there you go. See that one? Early start. I'll spot the cows in a horrible paddock. Alright, fair enough, in this injury. Have a good one, mate. Catch you next time. Rockets instead of balloons. Exactly. That's what I'd like to see. Secret safe. Good. Silos in the water, but if you own the silos, you have to order a ship and fill it to sell. It's mean. Oh, not on the water, but near the water. Lots of cattle. Sounds very interesting. Let's have a look. Let's see. It's gone already. We had a big Antonov 124 come into our local Air Force base today, and it's already left. And it took off, but it didn't come as far east as me, so I've seen it. I thought it might have been in country for a little bit longer. Apparently not. It's gone already off to its next lift. So you can clearly see the difference in the colours here as we're going around. This is what we've already tiered and what we haven't. It's quite noticeable. Oh, the whole way along the edge. Is it water off there, Amy? Is that your map water? Funny. Got to have a laugh. Boulevards full of traffic. Just gridlock, you reckon, AI farmer? Can't go anywhere. Can't go anywhere. You're welcome, Ultra. Anytime, mate. But if you've ever got an idea or want to run it past someone, feel free to get in touch. If you're in the Discord server or not. But yeah, feel free to drop me a message or ask away. Ask the community. If you want to use our community as a sounding board for ideas, then by all means, feel free. Tunnels under train tracks. Do I know when Hox's map's coming? I don't, to be honest, Scott. I thought it might have been. Well, he was originally hoping to have it out last week, but maybe just there's a few issues that he might have been just trying to solve. Hopefully, not too far away. Maybe an Easter release. Who knows? Who knows? Why is that combine not full yet? Is it still running? I'm a bit concerned it's... Is it full? I never got a notification to tell me it was full. Okay. We'll go and empty it out. Again, auger's on the wrong side, but we'll ignore that. Oh, your friend loves sharks and you can drive off it. Ah, right. Oh, is this on the map you made for her, the little Canadian one? Little, 4 times Canadian map. Ignore me. Farming's not here, are you? Farming? Don't look. You're here? I'm sorry. It's the AI worker made me do it. I didn't have course plan installed. It's testing crop destruction on the map. Ah, right. Funny. Talked about this on stream the other day, the new flock of birds flying around. Kinda cool. I'd love to know what else I've added, and if there's any other wildlife additions. Completely unnecessary. But cool all the same. Right. Back our way out of there. Turn that off. Back to our job over here. I still want to try and bale some corn stalks and soy stalk too. So much to do, so little time to do it. Good looking windrow though. This windrow could be quite dangerous, couldn't it? Because you'd pick up your previous windrow and just end up with a double one. Quite a big one. Welcome along if you're just joining the stream. Pleasure to have you here this evening. Some great numbers tonight. I'm very, very, very impressed. Obviously a lot of people interested to see Ashton Corners and find out a little bit more about it. Obviously a map by MRG !map in chat will give you a link to go and find it. It's available to download from his itch.io page right now. It is a beta release, so it's still some testing and potential bugs and things like that you might find and encounter that will be fixed. So tread carefully, because obviously sometimes those bug fixes do mean a new game save will be required. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, it's so far so good. I'm enjoying it. Right, so what I reckon we might do, lift that up, spin around. I'm going to go back the way we've just come. And double this swath up. That will just about do us. Although that one's kind of doubled up our dry windrow and our wet windrow. Okay. Here we go. There you go. There's a link to go and find the map from if you're interested in downloading it. Of course, was a map in Farming Simulator 22, so it is a conversion, not a brand new map. Very cool little map. Very, I'd say animal focused. Pretty much every yard has some sort of cattle or pig barn on it, but at the same time it does have some big chunky fields. You can see all these ones around us at the moment. Even this field, which is alfalfa, is pretty big. Obviously, speaking of alfalfa, a few custom crops. So alfalfa is one of them. Also got soybean straw or soy straw, and corn stalk as well. So we've harvested a couple of strips of corn, a couple of strips of soybeans, and we're going to go and try and bale those up shortly as well. But our first experiment is going to be to see whether we can bale up wet windrow, wet alfalfa, or whether it needs to be the dry tedded alfalfa. So we've tedded one side and this side is untedded, and we'll see what happens. The only issue we've run into so far with the alfalfa is mowing the edge of the field and picking up some grass. So you can see little patches like that, but there, a bit of grass in there, so Might make us some issues when we come to bale it. Hopefully not. We might find it very quickly jumps from being alfalfa in the baler to grass in the baler. More pronounced on the other side, but I may have been a bit closer to cutting the edge on the other side. Hey Paul, thanks for the subscription, much appreciated. I don't know why I'm getting the logo up there and not the text to go with it, and why it's hanging around. I said last week I'm still having issues with my notifications. There we go. Very laggy, very slow to come through. Thank you mate, appreciate the sub. So I don't know if you'd use this windrow and this method in real life, go two ways and double up on your windrow, or whether you'd kind of go close to the windrow each time and risk picking a little bit up. Whether you do something like this on the headlands and then from here on you go to windrow outwards. I don't know. Yeah, normally you'd get your windrow would come out the back, centered, so it's interesting. Also notice the different size of the rotors on there. Very unique. So this section here is the piece we tedded if you're only just joining. So this is technically dry alfalfa, definitely got a different colour for it. Does have some grass mixed in with it, like there. But that's interesting, almost got rid of the grass then by the fact that we're picking up the alfalfa first. So we get into here, now I'm going to have to buy a baler, get a round baler to do this. Only because of the horsepower requirements. Here we go, AI workers finished that field, so nice to know at least on the first field we tested. You can use AI workers. This field you can't because it's a grass field. Technically it doesn't have a cultivated edge. You could always plough the field and then plant alfalfa in it, and then it would work. The way it's done at the moment, it's not that way, so I do bring that up. It does say no field detected. Here we go, nice big windrow. It's going to run straight down it and see what we end up with, see what we get out of our baler. Be interesting. A little test. That's part of the fun of it, right? Finding out about these things. Always find a new map, it's almost good to sort of play it and do some of these bits and pieces so you know what to expect. Like my next question is just thinking out loud. Do we need to roll and mulch the field to allow the alfalfa to grow again? Certainly something that often had to be done in 22, so I have to figure that out too. Right, here we go. Can we detach it, file, unfold? Good, good. Okie dokie. So, going to find ourselves a baler. Now, this tractor is 116 horsepower. We have a baler that will bale 116 horsepower. What are these? Square baler won't. A round baler might. 20, 120. The K brand. The chrome. Maybe we'll go with the chrome Vario pack. The John Deere one would actually. Perfectly matched for it. Too big, right? Man, I don't think we want to wrap it. Maybe we could test it out. But let's do this standard net film bind. So we'll just go with standard net on this one. Let's buy it. It's appropriate because it matches what we've already done. So let's have a look. When I say matches what we've already done, matches the brands we've been using. We've used a Crone, Tedder and windrow. Alright, moment of truth. What happens? I kind of want to go and start on the untethered section first, so we'll go around this way and see if we can pick it up. I wonder if... Alright, so we're getting alfalfa windrow. That's a start, except there's no sell point for alfalfa windrow, so my next question is, can we wrap that and make silage? Because there is a... we can put silage into the... where are they? The harvest stores. Got that option there for alfalfa silage. So I wonder if we can windrow that. Oh, there we go. There's our incoming materials of alfalfa windrow. So typically, obviously, you wouldn't bale it and then put it into a silo, but you could pick it up with a pickup wagon, maybe with a forage harvester. Sure. Could have changed our bale size too. Or 180 for the rest. G'day Jason, how you doing? Finally got here, been out teaching the daughter to drive. Is that like a statement to say you're lucky to be here? Or she was slow and cautious and patient and it took you a bit longer to get from A to B than you normally would? Or have you been sitting in the car going, hurry up, Arxie's live, I want to go home and watch? Now, of course, we probably can't actually wrap a 180 centimetre bale, can we? 25, 150, that will wrap a 180, but we don't want to do those, and that'll wrap a 180 square, but not a 150, 180 round, so maybe we can test the wrapping on those couple we've just done. But of course, the other thing, though, just jumping around, the alfalfa windrow. Oh, we do have a price. We can sell it at the small harvest store. Doesn't show up in here as sellable. Okay. Well, at least there's an option for it. It does seem we can do something with it. It's good. So after this, we'll go and test the corn stalks and soybean out. So there you go. So how did the driving go anyhow, Jason? I mean, you've obviously made it home in one piece, so that's a good start. The other thing actually I've just noticed is we haven't changed over to grass, even though I think there's been a couple of spots we've run over some grass. Is it coming up? So it has always stayed in the alfalfa state. One up here, so put up there. It's not bad now, I have to get some night hours. Ah, okay. You can drive just the indicators of different lights. Yeah, all foreign to him. My kids keep on telling me that they're fine to start driving soon. No, you're not. I've let the youngest one sat on my knee a couple of times and driven in the driveway, and my goodness, if I didn't have my foot on the brake, we'd go through the front of the garage in no time. He's kind of, it's all or nothing with him. Alright, are we going to get to this before we get to the end? Oh, that's pretty much perfect. So, just lifted the pickup. So I don't want to pick up any of this. Right forward, get into our dried alfalfa windrow. What we should get now, there we go, alfalfa windrow. It's working! Happens when we go over the grass. So it picks up some of the grass. Yes, it doesn't change. It's good. Seems to be recognising what was first in the First in the baler, maybe. Could be problematic if I stop right on top of a chunk of grass. I got 200 learners, so it takes us ages to... They're always fighting to drive. Is it alternating opportunities? Or is it first in, best dressed? There's a few things like that time-lapse farmer I don't quite understand. There's a few things I'm like, why have you not implemented that in base game? Like, yeah, like the seasons for FS19 seasons is the one that really blows my mind that they didn't implement that into FS25, FS22. When they brought in the seasonal cycles, of course they were very careful not to call it seasons, weren't they? So I hope, yeah, hopefully we see some. Hopefully we see something like that. I've actually got, you know, I'm hoping that the realistic weather mod could potentially bring some of that in. I'll run down this. Okay, it's going to take a wee while, but pick up some alfalfa here and get this bale finished off. Actually, I've got unload bales early. Just unload it. What's the command for that? Oh, get out of here. Right, I'm just going to bale some cornstalk. Hey James, how you doing? Baling hay, your favourite things to do? Farm some. We're baling alfalfa. In fact, we're going to go and bale some cornstalks now. Finish with the alfalfa. Testing that out. Cornstalks to do. Here we go. See the fill type there on the corner. Should have run the windrow down this and just windrowed into one big swath. Let's see. So that's fair, I suppose. In Melbourne for the weekend, and the young bloke wanted his first drive to be in peak hour morning traffic in the city and onto the freeway. you gotta admire his enthusiasm and optimism, self-confidence. Precision farming. Do you reckon that's what they were teasing the other day with their miniature, precise work they were doing, or do you reckon it's something else? I feel like I'd seen that image somewhere before, that they'd teased that, maybe used it for precision farming, but not sure. I'm thinking something completely different, completely unrelated. Those bales look pretty good. I see your copper corn on the side. Definitely look like a corn stalk, right? The crop obstruction's the one I like the most. You can see that crop obstruction on the corn stalks. Very cool. Very cool. G'day Farmer Roland, how you doing? Good to see you. So we may as well, what have we got? We'll go up to the end here, and then we'll go and bale the corn, try the soybean, soy straw out. See how that goes. Okay, should, just looking at where that first bale popped out, we should be able to get one more bale. The end of the way. It took precision to place the figurine, it did. It take precision to place the figurine. I've actually still got the barn they gave me when they sent out the press kits. Early release, I haven't even built that. Cheers, right there. Starting in cheers, rocket scientist. Pleasure to have you here, mate. Thanks for jumping over from Kiwi Sim Farmers stream. Have a good rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. It was on the Giants map for future releases. I know precision farming's coming, but was that image used elsewhere? That's what I was wondering. Right, all stalks done. Go and have a look down here at this soy stalk. Here we go, soybean straw popping up on the fill site. Have a look and see what these are worth. It's worth anything. Might not be. Could well be. Who knows? Back in the cab. Yeah. I'm trying to remember when they said precision farming was. Was it sometime in Q2? So what are we? We're halfway through April already. We should be. Well, I'd be hoping we'd be getting a mod announcement sometime soon, but what was it, June? I'm trying to think, like Kubota, which was the Q2 mod for 22, that was June, I think, from memory. So my guess is going to be sometime in May for precision farming, and I'll get that through, and then not long after that we'll hear about the Q2 DLC. Stars Align or whatever it is. It's good. Because then if we get that in June, July, August, September, somewhere August, September will be the plains and prairies, and then the new map, the UK map, will be November-ish. Then hopefully they're going to have a solid roadmap for season 2, year 2. Need to get the game sorted first. Yeah, this latest patch hasn't been the most refined one, has it? There's been more bugs, more issues, more patches. I mean, they put another patch out today, which was what, the second hot patch they've done, which is unheard of. Very, very unique occurrence to have 2 hot patches pushed out. Time will tell. We'll just have to all be patient. I honestly feel like it's that close to being good. It's not quite there. It's not quite there, but it's getting there. Totally broke most modded maps. That one didn't bother me. That's if they have to fix something else, and do you know the beauty of what they fixed this time around is, fingers crossed, is going to help fix Terrafarm and help Terrafarm come to 25. There's an issue with the way that the terrain deformation or ground deformation synced with landscaping, and if you dug a hole after you'd driven over something, it didn't actually change the ground and you didn't follow the ground contours, which basically made Terrafarm not workable. So I'm hoping beyond hope that this changed the terrain shader. And then it becomes an issue where if a modder uses a non-base game file for the terrain, then it will break it. So that one doesn't worry me too much. It's happened before, seen it happen before, it'll happen again. New racing game which will have mods, that's why they changed the modding. It's like, yeah, You had to redo 45 fields because of the change. Huh. Surprising. Frustrating as well. Alright, we might as well run down here. What are we at? 10:51. Sheesh. Time's flying by. You having fun? Right, I want to go and try and wrap those bales. I want to try and sell some corn. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these bales. We might have to come back and do this again next week. Keep on exploring the map next week. Might try and do a couple of extra streams on the weekend too, being a long weekend. But the father-in-law's coming down, I think, so it may scupper some of that. We'll see. He was keen, but after an hour out on the country roads, he admitted maybe we were right to say no. Well, at least he recognised that on his own. Stopped AI and steering assist working. It's strange. Strange it happened on your map you're working on, and haven't heard it reported on any other maps. These things all work in mysterious ways, right? We haven't actually looked at the soybean straw bales. Grayer than just a standard hay bale, maybe? Also don't know what they're usable for. Take a look at that in a minute. We might just have to stream for a little bit longer tonight to get all of this stuff done. Other option. Should have stopped at 2 rounds on this field like I did with the corn too, shouldn't I? Carried away, anyhow. There is another row. Where is it? Find it further, isn't it? I'm driving right over top of this. That's a little bit there. Very hard to see on the ground actually, depending which angle you're looking at it. I was trying to look up the way up front where it's a bit more of a straw colour as the level of distance increases. Alright, we'll make this our last bale. It's going to be anyhow. I might not even get a full one before the end. This was only a half header width, so I'm not surprised there's a little bit less going through here. There we go. We'll leave that behind. So let's go and go and see if we can wrap those couple of alfalfa bales, just those first two that came out. And then we'll go and get this corn sold, truck loaded up. We'll see where we end up. Hey, Farms and Bob, how you doing? Right, up that there for now. Look in here, wrappers, round wrapper, round wrapper, customize that, sure, and let's just go white, buy that, let's escape, it's okay. This could be a complete dud. I've only got a couple of bales we can try to wrap too because I made the rest in 180s, but it's fine. Have a look. Three, two, one. No, bale's not supported. Okay, that solves that problem. No, you cannot wrap alfalfa bales to make alfalfa silage, or silage in general. So, let's have a look. It will take any size bale. Okay, that's those. Get off there. We'll go and quickly put them all up as well. It's certainly a good looking map, Bumps and Bob. It seems to, well, the little bit we've played on it tonight, the 2 hours we've been going on, it seems to be working pretty well. Sent it back to Thrustmaster for repair. What was that for? Well, tell me it was the top hat, the toggle. For some reason, same issue I've had on mine. Alright, so you can see the difference there in the bales actually between the dry alfalfa and the wet alfalfa. It's good, so there's some visual differences into those. And that engine load comes on as you hit the bale. Oh, there's a bit of work. A bit of resistance. A bit of effort. Oh, I didn't do it that time. Yeah. It's just with the button around the base getting stiff. No, that's annoying. Thought it was going to be the same issue I'd had. Only one size at a time, okay. That's fine. Leave those there for now, and let's go and grab some cornstalk bales. Should be able to, well, it'll be actually interesting to see if we can pick those up. 180cm bales, I don't see why we can't. Beautiful. Customer support was good in all fairness, that's good. Yeah, I mean all my dealings with them have been pretty good. Seem to be a good bunch of people. Pretty big reputation to uphold, so not surprised at all. Right, some soybean bales, soy stalk bales. Chuckity chuck chuck chuck. Now we're making this tractor work for its living. Hey, g'day Ryan, how you doing? How's life on the farm? How's the spraying going? You through? Still got a few thousand acres to go. Yeah, we actually planned this well. We're going to end up with a full stack of 3. Alright, there we go. Right, so let that fold up. Let's go and find this. This. Get an auger out on the combine, get it full of corn. We've got 21,000 litres off this field thus far. All the fact it missed a little bit. AI working on me. Get this into the truck and we'll go for a drive and sell it. Go down to one of the sell points. 3 hours short of 300 hours in the last 3 weeks. Easing off, then back into it. 2,600 hectares to go. Not even acres, hectares. Say 5,000 acres. Ooh, the old Alice is struggling a little bit with this loaded down beast. 25,000 litres of corn. I think I can. I'm full. Not very full. Interesting. Is that because we're on an angle, maybe? I tip the spout on that one. Okay. Well, that wouldn't fill out very well. Maybe it is because we're on an angle. Seems bizarre. No adjustment on that nozzle. No. Wait, moving here. Funny. Let's go around the other way. 6,400 hectares. Just a touch, just a little bit. Oh, goodness knows what that issue was, but solved it. Right, so we're just going to head down the road to the silos down there. Figure out which one to go to. Now I did see that there was dry corn was an option on the map, so I don't know which farm has a corn drying option. Definitely not this one. Right. Well, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Here we go. Right. Silage bags in there, just decoration. And if you know corn dryer in there, I figure out which farms had silos. Just one up top there, maybe. Oops, looking the wrong way. There's nothing coming that way. No. Traffic on this is, see, there's no cars. There'll be a huge queue of traffic somewhere. It's all queued up. it comes. Look at this queue of traffic we're going to run into going the other way. Only 3 cars this time. Ah. Disappointing. Disappointing. Here we go, that's more like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On soon. Change for a change here on the couch tonight. One more field before you start. Right, very nice. Happy days. Alright, let's have a look. Where's the sell point? I'll have a look in just a second for you, Bob. I'm guessing. We go. There's the sell point. There certainly is. Lots of them. All around the place. Mainly, you can get a deadwood one on there, $150 for one tree. You get $320 to lease the equipment. But yeah, some good contracts in there. What's that one there? Oh, do you know the other? Look at this. There's no root crops. Are there? Or any of the new crops are there. Actually the alfalfas, there's 2 different colour alfalfas in there. Changing that piece up in there. No. No, just deceive. My eyes are deceiving me. Okay. Oh, well, there we go. That's let's got that trigger done. Rest of it off here. Just see you can see the corn dumping on the bottom. There we go. There is here is our corn. Nice PDA with all that soybean and corn on it. Certainly is. Genesis. Certainly is. Nothing's coming. If there's a grain dryer there, I wonder if that's an option for drying grain. Yeah, because we can see the propane. Let's just have a quick look here. I wonder if this, I said this is a sell point, maybe this isn't. Maybe this is a farm. It's a grain dryer. Yes, this is a farm. Why? Why that one? There we go. North bins. Dry corn. Oh, actually main farm bins. Maybe we could have. Maybe we could dry corn in that one. But you don't actually need propane for it. It takes corn and creates dry corn. I tested that. Likewise, with this one doesn't have propane or anything in there as a fuel. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, this is a farm, not a sell point. I misspoke earlier. It's alright. This will be one of the few farms that doesn't actually have animals associated with it. Other thing, my frame rate. I'm streaming, but before I was streaming, I was sitting at 60, just solid 60. So no equipment or anything like that. The map seems to be really, really good. Definitely running the stream at the same time sucks a little bit of, sucks a few frames away, but in general seems pretty good. It's corn to corner, it's a distribution silo. But was it not? Oh, it's corn to corn, it is too. No, it just says dry corn on it. No, it is too. It doesn't actually have drying. Just corn becomes corn. It's the same for all of them. Yeah. Okay. Well, that might be something that maybe he's still got to add in. Because we definitely, if you have a look under here, there was, not time saving stock check, it was under, yeah, dry corn. So no selling stations for it. Maybe it's something to come. Good eyes though, Mark, good eyes. Latest update killed your frames again. Yeah. Bit of a merry-go-round at the moment, isn't it? Alright, well, I reckon we have done a good dash at testing things out. We might, I might, same before, spend a little bit more time on this map over the next couple of weeks and just test a few other things out. We spend a bit of time with the animals, trying to understand how these all work and what they need and how to keep them happy and healthy. I don't think there's anything special with them. You do, when you start with the map, you do actually end up with a whole lot of animals. There's like 30 in that one, 30 in that one. So there's 90 animals in total across these 3 animal farms, and I only they're here, one main dairy, heifer shed, and one over the road. Farm 2 main dairy. You know what? Farm 2 main dairy, heifer shed, and main dairy there. So it's definitely a good map from that regard. But yeah, here we go. That is a first look at Ashton Corners for us. I'm pretty impressed. Can still be impressed so far. Looking forward to exploring it. It's sort of definitely piqued my interest, and unlike the last version of Ashton Corners in FS22, which I think was very adventurous in some of the features it had, this one's kind of pared back and just focusing on some of those basic core gameplay elements, and yeah, gives some good options. Still my favourite farmyard. Very dairy orientated, that one. But yeah, there we go. That's Ashton Corners. Thank you everyone for tuning in and watching tonight. Would I consider playing on PC and streaming from laptop with capture card for performance boost? Probably not, Bob. Probably not. No, it's just everything's just easy. I've got everything set up, and I don't feel like 40 frames per second is too bad for a stream. A lot of people wouldn't even notice the difference. I don't even know if I stream. Oh no, I am 60 frames per second for my stream output, so yeah, it's not too bad. Hey, g'day Hood, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in, mate. Sorry, we're just wrapping things up for the night. You lost some frames with the new update. New frames with the update. That's a shame. It's a shame. Yeah. Anyhow, thanks everyone for tuning in. It's been fun. I have enjoyed tonight. Had a good number of viewers in here and a lot of likes. So you guys have obviously appreciated and enjoyed it too, which is fun. Doing things that you guys want to watch is fun, and doing things I want to do is fun. So if everyone's having fun, then that's mission accomplished. As for the weekend, obviously Easter, so I wish you all a safe and happy Easter. I will be around. We will be streaming on Sunday like normal, and possibly on Monday. We'll see how we go with that. But yeah, otherwise, keep the notification bell checked. Make sure you've hit thumbs up before you leave. If you haven't already, double check you subscribe just in case you're not. And yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Catch you again. Bye.